The broad impact of our educational system on society is nearly impossible to underestimate. The education of our children has a direct correlation with their future, the future of our economy, and the security of our nation. And one of the most important figures in that critical area is you. That's the message from our next guest. Byron V. Garrett is National Chief Executive Officer of the Parent Teachers Association, the PTA, and he joins us now on Sky Radio. Byron, welcome aboard.
Greetings, and thank you for having me today.
Well, let's get your viewpoint on the importance, as I was saying just a moment ago, of the parent in the education equation.
Well, in this day and age, parental involvement is critical to student achievement. It doesn't matter your family economic or ethnic or educational background. The research clearly shows that children are more likely to succeed when parents and caring adults are really involved in their educational process.
Now, I hear people say this, that many people without children at school age seem to think this area applies very little or not at all to them. Why are they wrong about that?
They're wrong because every single citizen in this country has a responsibility to be engaged in ensuring that we have a quality educational system that is accessible to children today. I'm not a biological parent, but I have a vested interest in the welfare and well-being of every child in this country. And as a taxpayer, I want to make sure that they grow up to be a contributing citizen and we meet their educational needs in the process.
This is the future we're training here.
Without question.
Well, what does it take, do you think, to create a great school system, and a great educational framework for the nation's students?
We really view it as a partnership. When you think about the public school system and what they're expected to produce in terms of educating kids, it's not just the teacher's responsibility, it's not just the school principal, school board, or school superintendent, but it really is a collaborative effort that involves the parent. It also involves community-based organizations or faith-based organizations rallying around to support the overall educational well-being of every single child. So really thinking of it as a collaborative partnership that everybody has a vested stake and interest in the academic success of our kids today.
Now, you were telling me just a moment ago, and I'd like to focus in on this, even people without children in schools can get involved here with the PTA. Tell me about that.
Without question, we encourage folks either at the local level, they could go and join the local PTA. Perhaps they want to view PTA as a charity and support financially. You certainly can do that. We also have what's considered to be our national member category, where folks across the country may not have biological children or they're empty nesters and their children are grown and they've moved out of the home, but they still have a vested interest and want to be engaged in supporting a program like PTA that really strengthens our educational system across the country, because we really represent and speak on behalf of every child. So we find that there's a growing trend in society of folks recognizing the value of education and really wanting to come on board and support the work that we do.
Well, there's a plethora of organizations and companies and entities that say they're building the future, but you really are. Thanks very much for joining us here on Sky Radio.
Thank you.
Byron V. Garrett is National Chief Executive Officer of the Parent Teachers Association, better known as the PTA. And he joined us from his offices in Chicago, Illinois, and they are, of course, on the web at www.pta.org.